Hello everybody and welcome back to another stream. My name is Professor Roadblock and as always it is wonderful to see everybody. We are here in the middle of single player summer for some more Final Fantasy XVI. Last week's stream we hopped on and dusted off The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. You guys got to ride to the end with me, see the conclusion of that story, and it was a great time. I'll be right back. I just realized my lighting isn't quite all in the way it needs to be, so give me just a second. I'm looking a little bit pale and sickly there. Look, I know gamers have the stereotype of playing in dark basements, but we don't need to live up to it. So, anyway, we finished The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom last time. Before that, we'd done kind of a preview into FF16, but I wanted to finish off Zelda, and we did it. So we are back in the middle of Final Fantasy 16. Let me... Oh, my bad. Let's get a couple things going here right out of the gate. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get Stream Raiders up and running. The second thing that we need to do is I have a little bit of a surprise on stream that I came across that I want to share with all of you. And actually, I might hold on to that for just a little bit as people filter into the channel. And then we need to get a little bit of a recap for Final Fantasy, which I don't think will be too difficult. So let's start things off by getting Stream Raiders going. So if we take a look here, it looks like I did complete a quest at one point. So let's go ahead and collect that reward. Okie dokie, I don't see anything. In the background, can you guys hear that music in the background? That's the hideaway music in Final Fantasy 16. It's a throwback to one of the older games' themes. It's just so gorgeous. I was letting it run in the background during the stream countdown, and I love it. All right, let's upgrade our warrior. Level 19. Upgrade our rogue. Level 14. Should be one more hiding in here. Necromancer. Level 3. Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look and see what we have. We have a 4-skull battle. We have a giant spider or a dinosaur. We gotta kill the giant spider. We can't let that thing stand. When I was a child, I used to be absolutely terrified of all manner of bugs, and spiders were the worst. So we're gonna go ahead and try to kill it with fire. Or swords and axes and giant dinosaurs. So it looks like we have a bunch of eggs that, again, if we hit the eggs first, they hatch and become our allies. If the enemy hits the eggs first or they sit for too long, then they become hostile. And then we have the Megarachne, who reduces attack speed when it hits you. So we are going to start here in the back. We're going to try to collect these eggs. If somebody wants to place some units around me, that's good. But if somebody wants to place units over here to kind of lead the front lines and snag some of those eggs, that would be great. Looks like we have enemies kind of spread all throughout the map. So we've got a couple goblins here, got a couple spiders here, and then one spider hiding in the corner. And there is Stream Raiders ready to go. We'll check in about 30 minutes, so right at about 9 o'clock. But before we do that, we have some Final Fantasy to get into. And you'll notice right there in the bottom of the screen, I created a really short recap, which was harder than I thought it would be. That is down there in the corner because I have been playing this off stream. I'm in the middle of it. So if you are hopping into this stream in the middle, then you can see what is going on here with the game. But I will go ahead and read that recap one time here at the start of the stream. Give me a moment. And then we will go ahead and hop into this wonderful, wonderful game. Alright, so it says, Final Fantasy 16, the story so far. Cid believes the Mother Crystals are responsible for the Blight. Clive and company sneak into the Imperial capital and destroy its Mother Crystal. A being Ultima emerges, fatally wounding Cid. Cid tasks Clive with carrying on his mission to destroy the remaining Mother Crystals. Ultima then tries to possess Clive before a grown Joshua reappears to stop him. 5 years later, Clive now leads Cid's forces as they set out to destroy the remaining Mother Crystals and find Joshua. So there's kind of the really short version of where we're at in the game as of right now. I also believe that I have fixed my audio delay. Now, the game's been running in the background for some time, and so we should see that almost immediately. But I discovered what the issue was. It's an Elgato-specific issue. It's like right now, everything is perfectly synced up. But yeah, it appears that it was an issue with Elgato, where even when you set things to output at a certain audio, like a certain frequency for your audio, Elgato will kind of default and do its own thing. And so that means that over time you get that gradual desyncing of the audio. And every time you kill the source and start it back up, it starts over and then gradually gets worse again. So, fingers crossed, the audio desyncing issue should be fixed, but I want you to check that for me. I'll try to keep a mind on it as well. If it seems like the lips are getting desynced again, the voices are desynced with the the lip syncing isn't correct, then you let me know and I will go ahead and fix it again. So, I stopped here in front of Nectar, and not just because he's a wonderful Moogle, but because he offered a couple hunts that I need to go take a look at. And that's what we're going to start tonight's stream with. See if we can track down some of these. Now, here's the strange thing. These don't appear as quests on any sort of log. I can't track them down. All I get is the location, south of Sorrowwise Rosaria, and to go do it. And I actually found this one on accident before the hunt board was active. But here it says, the Angel of Death. A trader coming by way of Caer Norvent met with a group of curse breakers traveling in the opposite direction and warned them of a wicked, winged harpy on the road ahead, his eyes wild and flickering. Though the curse breakers saw nothing untoward on their own journey, the sound of cackling laughter from the trees ensured they kept up a clear pace. So I need to go to Clairview Sandbreck, kind of near Caer Norvent, and see if we can hunt down whatever this Angel of Death is. We're gonna quick travel. Oh, I can't quick travel. Never mind. We're going to progress the story, I guess. Let me double check. Yeah, I cannot fast travel right now. I can only go to where the main story wants me to go. So we will head that direction and we will catch those hunts here in a little bit. Doesn't seem right with my colors. Lights are on, green lights on.
Do you think it was wise to
try
leave,
this.
Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Cid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
You know, I heard one of the criticisms of this game is that Jill doesn't get enough character development or screen time. Sounds like right now they're trying to set up her story to continue. So that would be nice.
To the end.
Come on.
I am about 15 hours into the game, I would
How far do you
guess.
think your mother's reach extends?
And again, that story
Will we find
recap
the
is
same
hanging out right
tragedy in the
underneath
south
my
as we did
frame.
at Marcus
If that
Fest?
ends up being too large and
likely.
distracting, I can certainly hide
Which
it.
is
I
why
was
we should
trying to
hurry.
get a balance of
There are still
readability
many settlements between here and Port
and not
Zelda.
obscuring too much of
We
the
visit as many
screen.
as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Wild Chocobo over there. I don't want to fight the Wild Chocobo. I have no qualm with you, Chocobo. I do want that. We'll get into some fighting here, though. One of the things that I added as a channel reward too is I had some Tears of the Kingdom ones that don't make sense anymore. So I swapped some of those out for some Final Fantasy related ones. So one of them is Icon Lock. Icons are the giant summons that you gain the ability to use throughout the game. I currently have 3. And so if you would like to, you can lock me into using only one icon for the next 5 combat encounters. Now, the reason that might be entertaining, the game was designed to have you flipping between them at literally the press of a button. You are not designed to just stick with one, so you will be handicapping my ability to play the game at its maximum efficiency if you lock me to just one. I'm gonna take on this killer bee. Oh, we are too far away. There we go, get out of here. I do have an ability right now that passively charges my magic. So you'll notice that my hand will start glowing, and it'll say charge shot a lot more frequently. I'm not holding down triangle, which I could do. I could claw grip the controller and hold that down, but I recently got an accessory that will auto charge the spell. Pretty cool. Basically get, every once in a while I'll get a more powerful magic shot for free. Is that a green, like a blue bow? Wild. I don't want to fight it. I just want to see what it says. Bluebird. I don't think Final Fantasy, we've had green chocobos. Oh no! We've had green chocobos, we've had blue chocobos. I've never seen Bluebird. I don't know if Bluebird's a special mob and we need to fight it. No, because it doesn't have an icon next to it. But I guess it went hostile on us, so we're gonna fight it. What about chicken wings? Try that, birdie. I feel bad about fighting the chocobos. Not monsters. I'm the monster. Okay. Let's just follow the marker. Yeah, there's a bunch of bluebirds. It's kind of cool. I was gonna say there's been blue chocobos, there's been green chocobos, there's been many other solid colored chocobos. I'm not aware of any color two-tone.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet,
Elwyn
you!
is Clive's dad.
We're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which
The
befouls
Black Shields.
that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
But I'll
Of
do it.
course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business can the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like a
Hello, merchant.
I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours. For a price.
Increases limit break generation amount by 6% when taking damage. Nope. These are new to the shop. I have some. I don't think I need to buy any yet. I do want to get the orchestrion scrolls or the background music that basically go in your jukebox. But that's 20k and I only have 32 and I don't feel like blowing it on music. We'll buy a couple high potions.
Much obliged.
And then I should have some goodies that I can sell. I was in the right menu before. We should have a Gilbug and a Goblin coin.
I'll find it at
A
Garome.
Black Blood as well, I guess.
I reckon that's fair. I'll find it at Garome.
I like that in the yellow text it will tell you if it's a craftable or crafting
roads now.
material, or if it's just for money. Villagers.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble.
Pretty
There's been
sure
attacks on
the text
garrison,
above that guy said
supplies
his
stolen.
name,
They
his
even
title is
say
Youth.
a black shield was murdered.
It's like the Steve Buscemi
Empire
hello
wants
there,
answers
fellow
from what the
kids. That
Empire
is
wants.
not. When I say youth, I
Empire
think like
gets.
a child.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears
This is
open.
like when a
Black
24-year-old tries to
shields
play
will
an
pay good
18-year-old
coins for
bun.
information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take them.
Where's the other one? Where's the other villager? You're also youth. You look a little bit more youth.
You seen him, didn't you?
I guess by youth, they mean
sorry.
teenagers.
The black shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a black shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
But what do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a black shield myself.
Ooh, I don't like you.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
So I think Firebrand. So branded is one of the slave characters, I suppose we'll say, in the game, who are treated as second-class citizens because they have the ability to inherently use magic, and so they get put into doing a bunch of grunt work. They're called branded. And then there's been a bunch of branded that have been rising up to fight the Empire, and so I think those are the ones they're cleverly calling the Firebrands. That's a fun play on words.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry,
That's a rough theme.
It's nothing.
Fought with fear.
we still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well,
Real though.
whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? And
I
you
really
all
like a
would
lot of the
certainly be
themes this
welcome.
game is dealing with. They're pretty heavy.
Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Slavery, fate, rebellion, authoritarianism.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Boss fight, perhaps?
Ever since the apology tree, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking you? The mother crystal's collapse.
Bad idea. You're not going to like it.
I don't know if I've been trying to figure out if enemies have elemental weaknesses. There was one fight, I can't remember if it was on stream or not. I don't think it was. Where I was fighting bombs, which are classic Final Fantasy enemies. And if you hit them with a fire ability, they would instantly blow up. Like they'd start their countdown timer and blow up. So there was that. But I have had a couple of fights where it says like, when I hit a big enemy with a certain attack, it'll say like iconic vulnerability or something like that. And I wonder if that's a fancy way of saying like, oh, the enemy you attacked is weak to Ifrit's fire or Garuda's wind. I've noticed the charged magic spell does sometimes mess with my combos. Good. That should kill him. Stay down. This is one of my favorite abilities I have right now. One more, where are you? The other thing that's weird about it is if you have a spell charged at the end of combat, if I hold on to it, while it's holding on to it, he won't put his sword away. If he doesn't put his sword away, then you can't do the fast run like I may end up taking it off, but I wanted to buy it. It was interesting when I saw it at the top. Ooh, I walked through that. Shoot it. I may end up just taking it off because it seems like it would be a really good thing to have. Maybe if I just started playing with it, it would be good, but it seems like it's kind of interrupting the flow of combat a little bit. I think that dragon is pretty weak to lightning. I could be wrong. Pull him out of the sky. Over here. Yo. There, huh? Whoa! There's a lot of damage. Fire the celebratory magic shot every time we're done with combat.
Blood.
No big deal.
5.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
Take orders from you, bitch.
You know who we are.
You know who's
And
dying in this
still,
group first.
You would bear your steel.
Caster.
Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield to present.
Dash is dead. What this does is it puts a little lightning ball on them. It really stuns them. When I hit them, any other attack, lightning will chain between their pulls. Charge shots would allow me to do more aerial combos, but I'm just not used to then jumping up and following. I think I'd have to use the dash to hop up there with them. So I think once I have a chance, I might take that off. We'll have it to experiment with later if we want it.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for? Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Aldil. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Or you say. Alright, let me just mess with my gear real quick. What's this one? Okay. Don't have that ability yet, although I might be able to buy it. Wheel, no. Have that. Rising Flames, I don't have equipped. Heat Wave, I do. Scarlet Cyclone, I don't. Wheel. Here we go, Badge of Might +1. Keep it simple. Where's that attack power? Ooh, and then I want to check my abilities, because I may have enough to buy Flames. I do. Oh my god, I do. Alright, so Flames of Rebirth. That. And now what happens if I upgrade it? Increases number of hits. That's fine. So each icon seems to have like an ultimate ability that you can buy that costs a lot like that. And so this is Flames of Rebirth. And so I wanted to try it out, especially because I have an accessory that boosts it. And I think we're going to let the Ramu one, which I can't buy the other ones right now anyways. We'll let those sit. We might upgrade the limit break. Because I think if I upgrade it, I get another bar. Yeah. Bar. And then we'll take the Badge of Might off and put Flames of Rebirth on there. Then we need to equip Flames of Rebirth. So I really like Heat Wave as a spell counter. I really like Rook's Gambit as a melee counter. Gouge is good for stagger. These are great for single target and for AoE. So let's take off Ignition and do Flames of Rebirth. And then I don't know if I had Ignition. I do. Let's take that off and do Badge of Might there. Although maybe I'll do Heat Wave. Then Rook's Gambit's boosted, Heat Wave's boosted. But I have Gouge. I could do Gouge instead. Reduces cooldown time. I'd rather do damage over cooldown. With the ultimate that I just down in 12 seconds, it's probably worth it. Stun reduction, I should say. Let's see, where are we sitting at on Stream Raiders? I don't have my notification anymore. Where is it? We have 2 minutes left. Let me pop that back up on stream. There. That way we have that back. I was trying to clean up the screen a little bit, but then if I don't have it, then I don't know where we're at in Seems like the audio's been fine, fingers crossed. I think the desync issue was fixed.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found your death. Boy is death a stinky boy.
Found her.
Ooh. My. I bet they're all just hanging out.
This was my mother's doing.
Are you building up your mother as like not the big bad, but one of the big bads?
Why would
To
anyone
kill your mother?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Any other Final Fantasy protagonists have parents that are prevalent in the story? I mean, 10's all about that, right?
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't.
I always call them Tidings.
But if the Black
As-
Shields have made it
yeah,
this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Final Fantasy VII has a lot of issues with parentage and parenthood and children, but it's not necessarily Cloud's parents. But I was just wondering how many games are the parents even present or mentioned in any way, shape, or form? Because Clive's family is a huge part of this game. Heyo, Streamers, let's go. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. Nobody showed up. Nobody. We're all out popping off fireworks. Well, we'll drag a spell to the battlefield, and then we'll promptly die. Oh. Got a couple of bug friends to help us. I'll bet they got a couple other dinosaurs. Or maybe my unit being level 20 is gonna be fine. I don't know, those spiders hurt. And I'm getting slowed down. Yeah, I'm dead. And those are hostile. We're done. Our goose is cooked. We've been left to die on the battlefield. Good luck, buddy. That's fine. We'll open the salvage chest, and we're not going to retry. We're going to start a new map. We'll start over with a 1-star. And we'll do this egg battle here. And it looks like there's a Carnotaurus eggs, and so we are absolutely going to spawn right here. And try to snag some of those eggs, so just build up around me, and then we'll go after the fight. Alright. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Looking around the town. But yeah, I don't know how many other Final Fantasies really have family in.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to
It's
Roswell.
dealt with as a theme in several games, I suppose. but I think it's strongest in probably. Again, it's very strong in 7. I think you mentioned like Squall's parents. There is, I guess,
I did,
printing
Mummy.
parent-child relationships is also part of 9 with.
They're all Rosarian.
So okay, maybe
this
it's
is
maybe
their
the
home.
parent thing is more of a thing. I get it. Then I was gonna say like, oh man, and isn't it amazing that like the story has Clive having a mother who's just an absolute ass, but like the stepmother thing is a trope in media forever, and she's a biological mother, not step, but that's not really in original plots. Hey, look, we're gonna ride the chocobo. Hello,
Let's go.
Ambrosia. White chocobo.
The Lazarus.
Are there any quests or monsters nearby? I don't think so.
What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Oh, because monsters are nearby?
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Have mercy. Voice-ridden dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here. Fuck off.
Indigenous bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stalls. Cut you down where you stand.
Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble.
Alright, we're on our way to meet Clive's uncle to the
Lazarus.
boat. To go to another location to destroy our second mother crystal.
We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. And the entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's
Exactly.
safe?
Definitely not safe.
As long as it is abandoned.
It's
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
I don't think that's the case. No way this gate's just open. There's no way. Oh, it is. Lazarus.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Lazarus is dead.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
You're gonna make us fight them? They don't seem like bad people.
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Come on. Don't make me fight you. You guys are just struggling to get by. Not.
Not.
There we go. I used it as right at a certain point, which is probably a bad idea, but I wanted to see what it did, and that was dope. It's a great having an option. We're just gonna pop a limit right through nuts.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Is that Wade? Tyler? Is
Forgive
one
me,
of them.
my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
Hug me, brother.
We can speak inside.
He didn't acknowledge Jill at all. He should know who she is, too. He just kind of gave her the look.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire.
True.
But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
It is not Dave the
Cullings.
Diver. How astute.
We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
Is that a real game? Dave the Diver? It is, isn't it?
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the
No, I
realm.
know. My mom's a bitch.
She barely even cares for her
She
own
killed all them
home.
people.
That much has been plain since the slaughter at
Sold me out to the
Eastwall.
Empire.
And, since
Oh.
granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
So Wade, the Black
Care
Shields
about
are broken
Josh
camp.
either.
They march in full force for
Tyler?
Blue
No,
Bridge.
it's not.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
Tyler died. Joshua, no wait, Joshua tried to heal Tyler. I don't know if he got it done or not. I can't remember. I think we got interrupted.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps
Another one will grow like a
we can
hydra.
prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Then we better get moving.
Yours.
Wade.
And ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves Shield have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I looked around much.
I was
Look
hoping
good left,
you'd
Tommy.
say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Allow me to tend to your needs, my lord.
He doesn't. Not at all. I could buy a couple of these, but I don't know. That's worth my time. The Crimson Tassel's a good one to have. Limit break generation when you deal damage goes up. That's expensive.
As you wish, my lord.
Yes. Now I said
I
equip.
will be here.
Which piece of gear did it strip off? Yeah, that's stupid. Which one did I get rid of? Gambit, Flames of Rebirth. I don't know. Fine, we'll go with these.
Need aught else?
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
Sir Wade. The bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Did you guys see that? Jill's doing like the Office stare right into the lens thing. She's looking at right here. She's looking at Wade, but it looks like she's staring right into peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Every time I hear Black Shields, it makes me Black Keys. Okay, why is it telling me that now? I knew this already. We're like almost 20 hours into the game and like, do you know people that join you are called party members?
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village.
You know they're useless
we
in
tracked
battle.
down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia.
You know, chocobos.
I got me sideways.
Come along now.
Bastard.
That real quick, make sure I didn't miss anything of note.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
You deserve a rest.
Spellcaster, you did, bruh.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
Mean this flame?
For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here.
Don't get wrecked.
On these our swords we swear.
That wrecked? My God.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
Finally something worth fighting.
More dragons.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Oh, he said an I-word. Get all of them?
A noble
Ooh, another
stand,
dragoon. A black shield dragoon.
albeit a misguided one.
Mini boss music going again.
In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Filth. Went in too early. Yeah.
To me, boy.
Yeah. Lynch.
So wait.
There's no one left to keep them
Yeah, screw
occupied.
that up again.
We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Nope. Classic. Oh! Kill me, puppy. Yo. It's like the third or fourth Dragoon we fight. I think it's the third one.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the
We'll
time
make it
being,
worse because they're going to be pissed off.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well.
Mm-hmm.
She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
You have tradition like, this is my homeland, I'll never leave it. Yeah, but you've been ransacked by like 3 tornadoes, a flood, a hurricane. Like a locust came through. Yeah, but my grandpappy came over here 47,000 years ago. This is my home.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained.
Clearly.
Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
This is the third time so far in the game that they've given me some sort of seal. There was Martha gave me like a chocobo seal.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men.
There was another one at some point too. It's the third time they've been like, "Oh, you have the patch on your vest." I'm like a fucking Boy Scout going around collecting my merit badges. You've got the sleeping chocobo and the guardian seal, and this one's for putting together a campfire.
Go on now, my lord.
I think I can even check him in the inventory. Hold on. I'll take a look in a second. We're in cutscene mode. Strap in, folks. It's gonna be a long day. I really like the story, though. I don't mind. And I don't have to voice the cutscenes because they're all voiced, so you don't have to listen to my poor readings.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Perhaps not.
Not a chance.
uncle.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
It is you.
Clive Rossfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue. You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshard. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Acting a role that proves that it's him, that like only his uncle would know. Did you just do an inside joke?
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou
like
plague
acting.
me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sectary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
This guy is stupidly filthy rich. Clive said as much. He's a trade magnate with a bunch of
So you
boats.
arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers
Stream Raiders
fought
as
to
soon as this
defend
cutscene is
no
over.
more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
A shit liar, really a character flaw.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Cid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass.
Rutherford is such a butler-ass name. Rutherford, bring me my cane and spectacle. A lot of shit.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the
Where
space
ships
of 3
always referred to
days.
as.
Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to
I
come
hear
to
people
terms.
complaining Jill had no screen time or character development, so unless they drop the ball or this wraps up really abruptly, she definitely gets some.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you.
I was trying to figure out if
Clive.
these two were childhood friends or if they're going to be lovers.
I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done,
Hinted
will
at
the
it a
monster
few times,
cease
kind
to
of.
be.
There was like this awkward moment where it looked like Jill wanted to kiss him, and he didn't.
Just
It's oblivious.
promise me that you won't die with
I
it.
don't know if I was reading it. My wife saw it though too and thought the same thing.
Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
And there's been a couple scenes where they like hold, like there was a scene where they like held hands, but I mean people can hold hands and have it not be a romantic thing, right? I don't know. It was just they called special attention to the fact that they like gripped their hands together. I think it was supposed to be showing a sign of solidarity, but I don't know. Oh, right. Stream ratings. Yes. Those T-Rexes. Could have started that fight like 20 minutes ago. It's all good. Oh. We've seen this battle a lot. This is defensive. Enemies are going to come at us. They're going to have a bunch of dinosaurs or hatch that are coming at us. We're just going to hold our ground. So we'll go bottom left by the trees. You guys can just swarm around me. Alright. So, we need to go back to the hideaway. So what's going to happen is, so we went to this port, so we get the boat. Boat's going to go, I think, west, because they were talking about, I probably can't zoom in. Unless they're talking about boat going from here to here. I believe this is a mother crystal. I do want to take on those monster hunts, but I haven't had the ability to travel outside of where the story wants me to go right now, which is strange. The story hasn't handcuffed me like that a lot. It's done it once that I can remember. And the game told me it was
awaits us in the Iron Kingdom, but Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Can I fast travel now? Yep, I can. Looks like there's some side missions, and one of the side missions has a plus icon, which means it's gonna unlock something. Last time I found a plus mission, it unlocked chocobo travel. Side quests in this game are like bad.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valis. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so oh, where's your sense of adventure, Cid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even from spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all.
If it's...
Well, I'm no hunter, Cid, but you're made of sterner stuff.
So...
chances, the only... a beat, well, only that...
Cook, but you're a bitch, so I'll collect ingredients for you so you don't have to fight monsters. Moving on. Letter in my office.
Deadlands wouldn't be half as bad. Bloody dust.
There's 3 of them. Otto, lad from the yard, okay. He's basically just complimenting me on some apples that we helped spread around. Wade, it's great to run into you. Loyal to you. And Gav says the Dalmex and Imperials are at a standoff. They snarl at each other, so we still have a great opportunity to make our move. All those 2 nations are fighting. What thing did I do? Oh, the apples. Okay. Then let's move. The little icon for the door reminds me of like a symbol for like logging out. Or a website.
I could have sworn we had a few more. Typical nobles.
I just passed the side quest. Oh.
How did we never
There are new billets being posted every day.
No, almost.
Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself, and if I'm honest, he ain't been for a
Blackthorn's the...
while. Normally, it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but Not that something's getting him down. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit?
Fine.
Knew you...
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be.
All right, now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go wait a bit, then head over when you...
We'll do that one right away, because it's going to unlock something cool related to crafting, and I want it. The other monsters that popped up. But once we get this business settled, I do want to try and go to Clairview and Sandbreak. To the main story just yet.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Diana.
First August, and now you. What you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in.
Clive just wants to help, innit? Talk to him. You never know, you might... Please, mate.
It's not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like heavy, clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. Now, every time I reach for my hammer, I'm
Got
reminded
imposter
that I'm
syndrome.
not the craftsman I thought I was.
It's very common for people.
There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right, we're going.
I'm not.
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Something tells me that if he has doubts, it will affect his work.
I couldn't agree.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Assuming you're happy.
Too bloody right.
Glad to hear it. Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought...
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way but it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is, it makes all his stuff to order. But the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like...
You don't know where we might find...
Like I said, he's a bit of a... Don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking...
I see.
He did tell me, apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on
There's
the
Karen
humble.
and her
The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd
Two
bag it.
different color eyeballs.
Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe? Care Northern. That
Perfect.
was it.
I have to go there for the hunt anyway.
We'd be lost without.
At least you would...
I don't like that there's a bunch of fetch quests and
Sounds
side
like going after that griffin.
bullshit in this
Best chance we
game,
have of
but they do
finding our
converge
rogue
in a lot of the
leather
same locations. at
I'll leave the
same time.
hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask...
Good idea.
So I do appreciate it. So we're gonna do that. Oh, we need one. Where's the third? Oh no, it says it's still in here. Oh, use the hunt board to locate. That's okay. I already go interact with the hunt board. I already did this step. Maybe now I can officially take on hunts. Oh shit. There was a text thing that I missed. Oh no, Dosmer's a different griffin. There's two in Sandbreck. There's Cairnorvent Westgate and Clairview. But let's ask him about it. Dosmer. Yes. Along the trail from Lost Wing to Cairn. So, I just need to go do it now? I think I just need to go do it now. That's... I don't like that game. So I'm gonna go here and then I'm gonna go west. The nice thing is that the game loads very quickly, so check this out. 2 seconds. Done. Okay, so we're looking for Cairnorvent Westgate. It might be this way. We'll go Lost Wing and travel to Cairnorvent that way and see if we find it. Looking for a griffin. Oh, my Stream Raiders thing is blocking the...
Dear.
Blocking the, chat.
The crystals we get from the tailor all but
That's not right. This way. Let's go find us a griffin.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
Money. Nope. Nope. Stop. Dragon. Scorpion.
Time to fight.
Rams. I was just thinking, does it put Jill on the Chocobo or your party members when you hop on it? And it does. Gives a griffin. This. The chronolith. What the hell is this? Okay. Well,
thanks, Gal.
This wasn't a complete waste of our time then. Make life easy. All up. Half my level, so they should all be dead. The chronolith.
It's the same as the one back at the hideaway.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be working though.
Can I not do anything with it yet? Mark it on my map? It is. Okay.
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
If you mentioned the griffin here, then I must be in the right spot. Come on here and fight me. It is. I've not fought a griffin yet. Wrong kind of griffin. Dreaded pizza griffin. Hey, hey guy, what's your name? Please, here, Griffin. Yeah. Ooh, tried to dodge. You all saw it. I didn't see he was rearing up for a spell. But it all worked. My health back, please. Magic at me again. Nope, not magic. What? Right calls to blow my move right here and it is great. The button, but it was on. Wrong icon.
Slow.
Ha! Crap, the bar goes up. Semi-prime. That's what they call it when you use your break. Semi-prime. Scarletite. Right. The griffin is dead.
Is something there, boy?
That's the craftsman.
Could that be our man? Are you all right?
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
I could. I was
So
just
lowly
being
from what
polite.
I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to bought a caress from me after I lost my buyer. Didn't stop her bot.
It's not her who's...
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel. I'd dearly love to help a fellow. Actually...
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he's...
You sure?
Well, and thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself.
In that case,
I'd be much obliged. Right. You send your blacksmith.
will do. Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
Hold on. I'm gonna look. I took screenshots of the other hunts the other day. The Angel of Death. The trader coming by the way of Cair Norvent, which is the fortress I'm next to, met with a troop of curse breakers traveling in the opposite direction and warned them of a wicked winged harpy on the road ahead. Eyes wild and flickering. Though the curse breakers saw nothing untoward, they heard a cackling. Okay. From the trees. So clear view in Sandbreak. If I click on a zone, can I see? I want to find Clairview. There it is, right there. Perfect. So I'm going to travel to Northreach, south into Clairview, and see if I can find a harpy in the trees.
There's talk that the glass gate. So how the hell is it?
This.
Keep them pilchers nice and chilled.
Look at this place.
harpy-like creature flying in the background. That might be just I don't think so. I think that's our target. Hope so, anyway. Yep. So is. That was easy to find.
That's what I think it is. This isn't going to be easy.
Oh, I should have gotten more health potion. Ah! I walked into it on purpose so I could counter it. Ooh. We're gonna start with this so we can get it on cooldown and get some health back. God, that does so much damage to this thing. So does this. Ouch. Yeah, I thought I was gonna I don't think you can be stunned when you're in limit break. Okay, we have one more. We gotta find.
Rest well. I know I will.
Orgle. Anything in speaker? Belphegor. So the Broken Hilt and Rosaria. Oop, we got Stream Raiders first. Then we will continue the hunt. But first we must hunt these guys. Alright. Nope. Let's go like this. Oh boy, strap yourselves in. We gotta wait till all the eggs hatch. Drop spreading the units out, Timmy. Look, why does it make the death sound when the eggs hatch? But I think the way the game's programmed is the eggs die, and that's what causes the dragon or the dino to spawn. Alright. Timmy is Zavina. And now we do, I guess we have to do the three skull. Enemies revealed over time, then we go bottom left. Okie doke. So we need to go to the Broken Hilt in Rosaria. World map. Rosaria is... And we're looking for where again? The Quiet Sands outside. Oh, the Broken Hilt, right here. Okay. So we travel to Eastpool. Okay, so I'm actually not as upset about the not being in the quest log as I would be, because they're always in a named location that's and then pretty easy to find once you get there. Or actually, I think Eastpool is where Martha is at. No, it's not. She's close by. She's in this map. We'll be able to go do Martha after this. I don't know what monster I'm looking for in the Broken Hilt, though. I'm going to assume that it's out this way. So round back.
That's better.
You know what we'll do? We'll do this. We'll do this. Around me. Get in here. Get all up in here. You know what two really good fire abilities to do would be ignition, to pile them all together, and then flames and vapor. Which means flames will be on cooldown when I get to this fight. That's it right there, Belphegor. Bruh. Also, these bounties get as they should. Well, he's level 30. Ooh. I don't think level matters that much in this game compared to some others, but I think he's still gonna hurt like a bitch if he gets me. Yep, that hurt. Oh, this. It's also fast. Okay, go potion. Stone skin. We're gonna go into an early limit break. You can't die when we're in limit break form. It helps us restore health. We'll be in trouble when it's done, though. Okay, just 3 fireballs. Okay. You can do this, I just gotta play it smart. I'm basically on no healing items. Oh! Owie! Nope, no! Get some health back. And we staggered him. Okay, give it a break to get some health back. Thunder. Get some ice.
Nice try.
That's with a 1-2 hit. Oh!
Nice try.
Hold on a minute. Let me see what other items I have, because I can still use them from here. Attack power gradually fills it. Okay, that might be the key right here. Oh, we pop both.
Too slow.
Oh, damn it.
Nice try.
Health back. Let's go! Any stagger. Hell yeah. Oh no, cancel. Get out of there. Okay, as long as he doesn't do anything new, then we should be fine. Perfect. Oh shit. Yes. Okay, that was a little dicey. Definitely need to use some of my money to restore my heat. That was a good fight, though.
Hope there aren't any more of them.
I think that takes care of all the hunts. But we need to go to Martha's Rest. Cool thing is we leveled up in the middle or at the end of that fight, so we got all of our health back. Did it fill our limit gauge too? I didn't think it would. That would have been wild.
Thank you.
Oh, and you're a merchant.
Oh, do?
Thanks very much. Much obliged. Thanks very much. Take care there, eh?
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other.
Ah, welcome. Times maybe.
Unwanted violence. If you have.
You're looking to Jenny, I do think.
I'm just collecting reagents. Minions. Stuff like that. Skip through the dialogue and get on our way. As soon as it will let me, I'm gonna hop on.
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Full story behind Ambrosia. She's your chocobo from when you were a teenager.
Good God.
You, on the night that Joshua
Fly, Ambrosia.
murdered by Ifrit, Ambrosia saves you, and you assume that she died in the battle. And then when you're in this area, you hear about this chocobo named Wildheart. I think it's Wildheart. Wildheart, who's been like basically acting like a hero in these parts and defending people and creating creatures and stuff like that. You go to find her, and discover that it's Ambrosia. She remembers you after all that time and still wants to
know what I'm up against.
Your mount. Wants to be with you. Super cool. Part 3. Okay. Timing. Magic. Basically, right after you hear the sound for right connecting, then you can do it first. Goodbye.
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Or any worse, at least.
Everything is out there. Is back at the hideout. And there's also a desk at the hideout that will tell you if there's any other side quest going around that you don't know about, that you missed. So we'll check that out too. And do I have to go turn in the hunts? I don't think I do. I think I just... The nice thing about them not being quests is you just find it, defeat it, get the bounty, and reward immediately. And I'll go over to them anyway.
How did we never hear these guardians of the flood?
And this is gonna show they're all completed. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Desiree. She's the one that tells you
Welcome
about
to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts.
Oh, so you get renown from doing side quests and hunts and things like that. As you hit renown threshold, you can gain rewards. The cool thing is it's not a currency. I don't spend it. It's just I hit that threshold to get the thing. So I hit 85. I can get a Berserker ring, which I'm hoping will be a really good accessory.
You earned this.
And then now I can get a song and a shard.
All yours.
Next one's at 205. Let's see
Come
what this
again.
Berserker is. Temporarily increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. Yeah. Yeah. Rook's Gambit will damage. That's an interesting phrase. I wonder if that's a typo. Let's see. That's
Have more for ya.
This is the guy that tells you about this.
Here you go. Always
Got them all
something.
going so
There
far.
are new billets being posted every day.
Oh. I'm gonna talk to Blackthorn first.
You could have sworn we had
Far more interesting to me than the quest I was doing. Actually, the other guy that was closer. Alright, here's your violet.
Marvelous!
That food doesn't look as good as Final Fantasy XV's food. Trash
once
game.
again from the ashes, grab a spoon, Cid.
I'm
Well, it'll be too late.
Yeah, that wasn't a good noise.
Odin's teeth. What? And yet, it takes a moment to I'ma share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of a single mouthful, and Molly will be.
Increases defense by 30? That's a lot. You have other better. What do we unlock? Really want
Bit of luck.
just
How'd it go,
more
Clyde?
crafting,
Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
more recipes.
I found him. And he asked me to give you this. He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded.
Good few times too. No wonder it's. And that's no ordinary oil. Oh, this is.
Yeah? I'll take your word. Here, Clive.
Camille, I believe.
I thought there ain't many level workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And it turns out he's from Tabor. And again, but our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret. The details.
Then we better keep this.
Listen, sorry for putting still.
That was the idea, Clive's idea.
It's good to have you back.
Just don't expect me to go to. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look. And don't get me started on how much oiling. I reckon I can make something about as good. Something at a curse. Anyway, enough narrowing.
What is it? What is it?
Looks like we won't be.
As if there was a better one out, I wouldn't have been the same anyway. Right, now that thanks, Clive.
Drake Slayer's belt design draft. Necessary to craft the Drake Slayer's belt. It was for a crafting recipe. Or equipment recipe. Just one, it sounds like. I wonder if y'all have to keep doing those throughout.
Back, are ya? Not Sancfordian, do you?
Need one piece of electrum. And I get that from a hunt, because that's what the little monster icon means. It's not a hunt that I have access to yet. But if I get that, it's going to basically double my defense and give me 11 more max HP. So that'll be definitely worth it. I wondered because, okay, you basically, all the shops have had crap sashes, and even the ones you can make from him are worse than stuff that the game gave me at a certain point in the story. And I was wondering why those hadn't started getting better yet. That's why. So I'm done with that. Oh, and you get bracelets too. Okay, sweet. I didn't realize it would give both. And I still have to do hunts to get both of those. That's alright.
That it?
Alright then. So, here is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go check the hunt board just to see if it updated. It shouldn't have. I don't know if maybe that quest was a trigger. Go stand in front of Vivian. Then, save things there. Attempt to run Stream Raiders early. I'm going to end the stream early. Started early. And because tomorrow is the 4th of July, and I've got a big, busy day tomorrow. And to be honest, I didn't expect a lot of viewers tonight. I figured people were busy or out of town or had their own things with the 4th of July holiday tomorrow. So I've consistently had I think just Timmy's been hanging out with me tonight, and I love seeing you in here, Timmy. But because things are low and whatnot, I think we'll just call it early. So let me check the board one more time, and then we'll get Stream Raiders going. And then I will definitely be back on Wednesday. Again, there was not a big surprise, but a fun little thing I wanted to do on stream, but I'm going to wait until we actually have an audience to do it first. So hopefully on Wednesday we can. I don't know if it'll still be a low attendance due to it being the day after the 4th. But we'll come out and play anyway. I just like get an excuse to play Final Fantasy, so I'm not going to be upset about it. And game is saved. Standing in front of Vivian. Let's do Stream Raiders, and then we will wind things down. Keep that wonderful music in the background. Started early. Place a spell. And again, we'll end things as soon as the battle's done. Whether we win or lose. And at this point, I honestly don't know. My units are no longer buffed anymore. My warrior's pretty strong. I think we'll be fine. Alright, go Timmy. I can collect my silver badge and my 60 coins. And we will check the store briefly. Buy some paladin scrolls. Buy some more paladin scrolls. Level up the paladin and call it a day. Okay, so I will be back on Wednesday for another stream. Gonna keep playing Final Fantasy here as we cruise through single player summer. I do want to show you guys at some point my updated game log for now that June has come and gone. I forgot to update that, so I'm going to get off stream and do that real quick and then go to bed. But I hope you guys have a wonderful 4th of July holiday if you celebrate it, or if you will be celebrating it, and safe travels. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Take care, and I'll see you next time.